Testing. What's up, everyone? This is Gerardo Morillo, founder of Persuasion.com. Using this Blue Yeti microphone, just seeing how this works right now. So I was bored, and I decided to do a new podcast. This podcast is called Be First. Recently, I've been just hanging out, reading books, playing some video games. I do play video games, got into it. Hopefully, this side business that I've got into with this video game gets more legit, because I do get paid to play, because I'm a good player. And when you're good and you make a business out of being good, you get paid. So today's topic is be first. And as implied, it means be first. When you're first, you are the first thing that they see, the first thing that they go to, the first thing. So this pertains into marketing. This is a marketing tip, a marketing strategy. When you are first, you're the go-to person. Sometimes they call this authority. When you have massive authority, you get a big cut of the pie. I think in the stocks they call it like shares. You get most of the traffic, you get everything. So when you create the idea, or you're the go-to person, you get the largest portion of everything. Now, I think many people also get this a little twisted about being first, because you don't have to be first. Being first is also relative, and it's also kind of comparison to whatever it's being first means. So you can also create a new category on what it means to be first. Like the first person who went on the moon, right? I don't know what that person's name is, but let's say the first woman who got on the moon. Oh, but now the next one is a woman, but now she is the first black woman who went on the moon, and so on and so forth. So you can always kind of like modify and like tweak it a little bit to kind of I guess you could say like you're milking it, like you're like just transforming it in a way where you are the first. Another marketing tip is to simply be the best. Everything about life is always about being the best. It's always about being better. Not in a competitive way necessarily. It's just that when you're the best, you get the most. When you're the best, people gravitate towards you. Business is easy. You attract success very quickly and very easily when you are, in fact, the best. That's why it's important to be the best, and it's important to be first. It's just a marketing strategy or marketing tip to many of you guys who are in business or who are interested in getting into business. But by no means is this like a concrete law by any means. It's just a good law to kind of to think about. But definitely not about, it's not like, if you don't do this, you're gonna fail necessarily. Just if you do this, you're gonna be successful. Another good marketing tip is you gotta think about how things affect the mind and the perception, because we live in a world that really there is no objective truth, but what there is subjective truth, and subjective truth is confused with objective truths, because objective truth really is a perception. It's a perception, it's a way of thinking, it's what people believe in. And however way you can influence the market, and however way you can change the mindsets, change how people think, that will get people more into what it is you're trying to do. So I guess, I don't know, like let's say you're trying to start up a new business or something. You can invest in advertisement, you could start a marketing campaign, you can start doing, I don't know, you can even do TV shows, books. This is very, very flexible in the sense where one thing causes another thing. So let me give a very weird example here. So let's say I wanted my business to grow. I could then create like a video game that introduces these concepts of what I would want for people to buy my products, because if they start to see it in the video games, they'll be like, okay, that seems pretty cool. Let me buy that. And what this does is that it generates desire. This generates interest, which then makes it more in demand and more popular. And this is big. This is a very big thing, because this is what's happening on the global level of the world, where basically everything that happens is, I guess most of the thing that happens is either by accidental, or people who do know these kind of like laws where it's like X causes Y, and by doing X, we can get people to buy more of Y at some point. So a lot of things that happen in reality is because we just want people to buy things, really, and people don't tend to buy it right away unless you entice them, or you interest them, or you intrigue them, or there's some hype involved. This is why we have to do a lot of these things in order to get people to buy the things that we're trying to buy into, this is, I guess you can call this promoting your ideas, promoting your thoughts, promoting your products and services, or even promoting your brand in general. Because a lot of the things that we do here is just we build a brand and we're trying to promote it. I guess my YouTube channel is kind of like a brand. Gerardo Morillo is a brand. I guess is a brand. And I'm trying to get it as big as possible. That's why I'm so thankful for all you guys who come into this YouTube channel, because you guys support me and the big picture of what I'm trying to do in the grand scheme of life. You see, when I was young, I was always bored. I used to play a lot of video games, watch a lot of cartoon shows. I had many interests. I was pretty talented in most things, but I was always bored. I had this boredom, and at the same time, I had this burning desire to find out more about life. Like, there had to be something about life that could just kill my boredom or just interest me. It reminds me a lot of the anime and the video games that I used to play. A lot of the main heroes kind of had that kind of persona as well, where they're kind of bored, but they're like this talented person, and they're cool and this and that. So I don't know if I got it from them, or I was just naturally attracted to that sort of thing because that's how I was. It's very hard to tell. It really is. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, right. About the video game and stuff. Oh, okay. Now I remember what I was talking about. Basically, I always wanted to do something big, something just revolutionize the world, just create these big ideas. And I don't know if anime and video games inspired me, or if that was just naturally that I resonated with. But I always wanted to just change the world into a more of a place of paradise. Like, that to me was always my end vision, was just to just revolutionize the world and make it obviously better, but it's just make it paradise. I always wanted to make this world better, and I do feel like I am the right man for the job. Problem is, I also had my own share of problems, and you know what? This video is not even about this, so we're gonna talk about this some other time when I guess I could make a vlog or something like that of the sort, talking about these crazy ideas that we like to talk about here on this podcast. Guys, I am gonna be buying a new camera soon, so I look forward to that as well. I mean, my setup is not the best place for a video camera podcast or vlog, whatever, but I think that you guys want to see my face while I do this, or if you prefer the podcast, it's really up to you. I can do either or, A or B. Doesn't really make a difference to me. So if you want to see vlogs with video camera, please let me know. Drop a comment if you would like to see vlogs. If you would like to see more podcasts, you like the voice instead of the video camera, please let me know, and I can do continue to do podcasts instead, drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys more about the grand ideas that I've always had, and it's just like I always wanted to do them, but I was never really at that right place where I can kind of like get the ideas moving, I guess you could say, because I had to like deal with the real world stuff, which is, you eat, get money, get resources, and just general life stuff. So to sum up this video, this was just a quick marketing tips and strategy video, singular. Be first, be the best, and also start thinking about how things influence people's brains, how things influence people's minds, because objective is not truth, it is a mere perception of truth. This has been Gerardo Morillo. This is my podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening, and stay tuned for the next video. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon for more good information and good resources. Please check out the links down below. Thank you. Bye.